Started. As they say at Kennedy Center, if you'll please silence your cell phones, that will help us all out. Good morning and welcome to the 2018 Youth Awards Ceremony. I'm John Aylen, President of the Foreign Service Youth Foundation. Since 1989, FSYF has helped Foreign Service youth adapt to their changing environments as they transition between posts worldwide. Our motto is Embrace the Adventure. We encourage kids to face both the amazing opportunities and the challenges that are part of growing up in the Foreign Service. Today, in our annual awards ceremony, we join with the Associates of the American Foreign Service Worldwide and the American Foreign Service Association to honor 70 amazing young people. Of course, this is the Foreign Service. Not all could be here. 2/3 are overseas. Some are on home leave. But we're delighted to personally honor those who could attend. These awards are made possible by the financial support from generous donors listed in your program, by the dedicated efforts of the adults who judge the awards, and by the work of volunteers from the Family Liaison Office, FSYF, AAFSW, AFSA, who organized today's ceremony. I want to especially thank FSYF's Jennifer Jafari and Flo's Mary Beth Hunter for all the work they put into making this ceremony the success I hope it'll be. We'll see. We start today's ceremony with a surprise and very welcome change from your printed program. So ignore your program right now, because I'm delighted to introduce Susan J. Pompeo, the wife of our Secretary of State. Mrs. Pompeo was born in Iowa and raised in Wichita, Kansas, where she graduated from Wichita State University. She has worked. Go Shockers! I was born in Wichita, but we moved away, so anyway. She worked in the private sector, including as a senior vice president of a bank, and later starting her own small business. She has served on the boards of numerous charitable organizations, including multiple school parent boards, as I think a lot of us can appreciate. She and her husband married in 1986. Their son Nicholas is now 27. She has supported her husband during his service in the U.S. Army, the private sector, the U.S. House of Representatives, the Central Intelligence Agency, and now here at the State Department. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium.
John is being very kind to say an unwelcome surprise. That's very polite code for I horned in, because I found out about this and everyone has been most gracious about welcoming me. So thank you, John, for that, and good morning to all of you. I was actually asked to specifically read my husband, Secretary Pompeo's letter that is in the printed program, but I think you can read it. So I'm going to talk about the spirit of what he is trying to say. And to those of you, the award winners who might be here today that are winning awards in visual arts, as I look at his letter, he clearly needs your help, because it's a little bland on the page. Next year we'll do better. We'll seek out help from one of you. The upshot of my husband's letter is this. He cares deeply about the well-being of State Department families. If you have followed any of the speeches he's given in the short time that he's been here, I would be shocked if he's given one that doesn't include talk about families. He's thrilled, as am I, that the Department of State has an organization like the Foreign Service Youth Foundation. We have huge gratitude and thanks to the staff, the volunteers, and I think we have representatives from some of our sponsors. Could you raise your hand if you are a sponsor person who's here today? Thank you so much, because it takes all of those components to make this work, and we appreciate you deeply. Most importantly, Mike wanted to say congratulations to our student winners. Not only are you clearly talented, we can see that from the displays as we walked in, but by participating, what that tells us is that you're embracing the family business, which is serving America along with your parents by representing all of us on the international stage as a Foreign Service family. And for that, Mike and I both are very grateful to you. As John said, I lived in Wichita, Kansas from the time that I was 3 months old until February of last year when we moved to this area. Our son Nick, who is 27 and lives in New York, texts multiple times every day to a friend named Stephen, one of his very best friends that he has known and been very close to since they were both a year old. They have played on basketball teams together. They have studied together. They have gotten in a lot of trouble together. Their pranks are not as funny as they think they were. But Nick has had the advantage of being in one place and having these long-term friends. Nick studied outside of Kansas, but he never called any other place home until we moved here last year. He has, therefore, no opinion of the food in Ethiopia, no opinion of the friendliness of the Georgian people, because Foreign Service only recently became our family business. To our award winners, let me say this to you. Congratulations. You are clearly very talented, and whether it be visual arts, videography, writing, the one thing I would say to you is if you end up not studying your talents in the classroom setting, please be sure to keep them in your life, whether it's a hobby or through community service. It's an important thing, and sometimes it will mean that you have to work at keeping it in your life, but it's very important. I also hope that you keep up with your closest friends from every place where you live. I hope that you will make it a point to learn how to cook your favorite foods in each of the places where you have lived. And as the Department of State's Foreign Service youth, you should know we believe you are the joy givers, not just to your family, but also to all of us and to everyone that you come across and meet and work with on the foreign stage. Today we honor your talents, which you have shared with us, but we can't wait to see what you will do next. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for those wonderful welcome remarks. We got the ceremony off to a great start. Thank you so much. We will now begin the actual presentation of awards, which is what folks came for, with the FSYF Academic Merit Awards. 3 awards go to high-achieving high school seniors or gap year students who were selected from 29 applicants. The awards are made possible by the generous support of the technology firm SOS International, which recently took on STG, which is the longtime sponsor of this program. So they'll be presented by Chris Girolamo, Vice President for Software and Systems at SOSI, who I invite to come on up to present the awards. He has over 35 years experience in software engineering and project management. And we, of course, appreciate the support for these awards. The first place award recipient, Reagan Breer, could not be here today, but I think, yes, she is in Moscow, Russia. But you can see that. But we do have here today 2 of the recipients. And first is Clara Matten, who I invite to come to the stage. And she'll be, yes. She'll be attending Cornell University in the fall, and you need to know that they get this nice little certificate, but attached to the back is a check. So that's the key takeaway. Anyway. And next is Alexander Tarilla. He couldn't be here today, but accepting the award on his behalf is his brother, Benjamin. Alexandra will be attending the College of William and Mary in the fall. And as you'll see and as the minutes go by here, some of these young people are going to come up several times. So for different organizations, that just shows how outstanding they are. And I forgot to say this at the beginning, but if the recipients don't want a bunch of light in their eyes, they can come around to this other side of the stage to come on up. So those are the awards, and I thank Chris for coming up. And next, we move on to the FSYF Community Service Awards. 2 awards recognize foreign service youth who demonstrate outstanding volunteer efforts in service to their community or to their peers. They were selected from 6 recipients. The prizes are donated by Clements Worldwide Insurance, a very long-time supporter of FSYF. Now, I invite Tarun Chopra, President of Clements Worldwide Insurance, to come to the stage.
You can't keep me away from the mic. I have to speak. Obviously, we're honored and delighted to be part of the award ceremony and be a sponsor for the community awards. As some of you may know, and you can actually read up on the descriptor at the end, Clements Worldwide started 70 years ago, and the founders, the wife of the founders, Juanita Clements, she worked for the State Department. So our history and our existence is linked to foreign services. So it is something which we are very proud of, and it's something we always want to contribute to when it comes down to it. Clements Worldwide, obviously, our motto or our core belief is to provide individuals and corporations the freedom to live and operate anywhere in the world. That's what we live for, and that's what we support, and that's what we want everybody in the world to do. So in terms of the award for community services, to apply for this award, the parents have to be a member of the foreign services. That goes without saying. We have 2 winners, and each get $2,000 in addition to a certificate of recognition. And we've been sponsoring this for over 8 years at this point in time, since 2008, actually, I should say 10 years right now. We received the entries, and we received essays from these kids, and we go through the essays, and the thing that pleasantly surprised me was the level of maturity and the social responsibilities the kids have demonstrated. I mean, when I was a teenager, at their age, I could not tell my right foot from my left foot. And this is remarkable as to the amount of contribution these kids are making to the place that they live in, and doing, raising the visibility level of foreign services worldwide. So I'm really thrilled to present the awards. The first award goes to Emily Allen for her work in China. She put together a book drive and donated over 350 books, and to a school library for her Girl Scout Silver Award project. And the second award goes to Alden Shaw for his work in Thailand. And as you can see, his project was Rescue Glass, and he collected glass and other waste materials to create art and other functional objects, which was then sold, and he basically raised money to contribute to other charities. So congratulations to both of them. They are very deserving candidates, and again, proud to be presenting that award. Thank you.
By the flag, and now we need a photograph. Jennifer Jafari, Jennifer, who does everything here, has come to the stage to receive the awards on their behalf. Sometimes we improvise here. Thank you both very much. Next are the FSYF Essay Awards, sponsored by McGrath Real Estate Services, which was founded by a Foreign Service family. I invite Tim McGrath, Vice President, McGrath Real Estate Services, to come up to present the award winners who are here with us today. Six awardees were selected from 34 applicants for essays responding to the prompt, "In the spirit of the history of the world in 100 objects, select 3 objects that are important to your life as a Foreign Service youth, describe them and explain the significance." Would you like to say a few words, or are you good? Not to put you on the spot.
No, I just was taken by some of the comments Mrs. Pompeo made earlier about the Ethiopian food and the kids who know the difference. And I will tell you from being a Foreign Service child growing up overseas that you will not understand the wealth that it has brought you until you're home and you're older. But don't miss how special this opportunity is for you. A lot of kids here that have never had these opportunities, they won't even put into context some of the things that you will know. And I was thinking back sitting here today to, I think we just got past Super Bowl 52 or something. And I was overseas for Super Bowl I, and I was back home for Super Bowl II, and the game was coming up, and I was talking to some of my friends that had only lived in the United States about it. And I said, yeah, Super Bowl I listened to that on Armed Forces radio, on an AM radio, and it was Monday morning, and I was standing at my bus stop. And they couldn't comprehend what I was talking about. They couldn't imagine that that was even possible. But anyway, we feel very, very, very grateful to participate in this program and to recognize these talented, talented kids. And congratulations to all the participants, whether they were winners or not. Just congratulations to everyone.
Thank you. Yep. So first place in the middle school category is Isabel Hamilton, who I invite to come up to the stage. I saw her there, okay. It's no surprise that I should give you a certificate. It's no surprise winning this award that she loves to read and write, but she also was the champion at her school's geography bee this past year. So we have some awardees cannot be here today, but I'll read their names and we'll show their artwork, their photos. Middle school awardees, Karma Maramis Kava, and you can see her. And then Austin Percival, couldn't be here today, the middle schoolers. And then we have high school awardees, Emily Allen, couldn't be here, and Elizabeth Hankinson. But I'm delighted to invite to the stage high school awardee Benjamin Turilla. Ben is active in both swimming and track, and he's been posted to over 5 countries. So if you can come on up again. I should ask him to stay here and help me with the certificates. So. Thank you very much. Okay, Tim, thank you very much. So next are the FSYF Art Awards, made possible by the State Department Federal Credit Union that I've been a member of for 33 years. 11 awards are presented to artists utilizing any flat medium to illustrate the theme World of Wonders. And of course, you've seen some of the artwork outside. These recipients were selected from 57 applicants. To present the award to our recipient today, we have one recipient here, Max Aguilar has come up. He's a member of the FSYF's Board of Directors. He's you want to say it? Okay, say a few words. Or as many as you want.
I have to give a shameless plug for the State Department Credit Union, which is located, the main branch is located in the basement of the credit union. So I'm a member of the Board of Directors and a longtime employee of the State Department. The credit union is so proud to be a longtime sponsor of the art contest. We understand the needs of employees working overseas, especially State Department employees and their families. So, definitely look us up. We're on the website and all that stuff. But also, we really appreciate the unique perspective and the creativity that these artists demonstrate. So we're really proud to present the art winners today. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a 25-year veteran of the civil service here at the State Department. So there are a number of awardees who could not be here because they're overseas. But again, we'll show their photos. No awardees are here from the age 5 to 8 age group, but they are Sophie Reed. You can see the beautiful artwork. Naomi Valdez. And a cute dog. And Lillian Crace. Aww. Age 9 to 12 awardees are Luciana Robet, and you'll hear that last name again in a second. Aquila Valdez, and Anna Carnell. And then when we get to the age 13 to 18 age group, the awardees are Isabella Robet, Cora Denninger, who I believe was an awardee here last year, and Benjamin Lease. Also in the age 13 to 18 age group, we do have a recipient here today, and so I invite Milana Sawinski to come to the stage. And we have one final awardee who could not be here today, Jacob Newman, who, if I recall, received an award last year. So thank you very much for presenting that award. Next are the KidVid Awards, which are made possible by support of International AutoSource. Since 1995, these awards have been coordinated by the Overseas Briefing Center, a division of FSI's Transition Center. Participants produce a video to highlight life at post for children and teens. This year, 5 videos were selected from 10 submitted. The videos have been added to OBC's extensive audiovisual collection and are accessible worldwide via the members-only section of the FSYF website. Unfortunately, none of the recipients are here today, but accepting the awards on their behalf is Maureen Johnson of FSI's Overseas Briefing Center. I invite Maureen to come up to the stage. And while I get my picture taken presenting her with the award, you'll see the slides of the youths who could not be here today. Okay, so next we transition to the Associates of the American Foreign Service Worldwide. They're going to present 6 merit awards to high-achieving students. AAFSW has been advancing the interests of Foreign Service families since 1960. Presenting the awards is AAFSW Scholarship Chair Sherry Barndala-Rock, who I invite to the stage.
Thank you all very much. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces and a lot of new faces for our recipients. As John stated, the Associates of the American Foreign Service Worldwide, or AAFSW, as you probably know us best, is pleased to announce the merit scholarships to 6 outstanding students. Today, we are also very proud to announce the newly created AAFSW Twice Exceptional Merit Scholarships for current high school students, gap year students, or college freshmen and sophomores who have a current IEP or equivalent program. This is an underserved constituency in the scholarship area, and we're very proud to do this. Our first award today is the AAFSW College Merit Scholarship awarded to Rena Harker. Rena is a rising junior at Bowdoin College, where she is pursuing a double major in biology and government and legal studies, and a minor in environmental studies. She has lived with her family in Greece, Japan, and Serbia, and she graduated high school from the International School of Beijing. It's her international experience that has influenced her goal in working with the EPA or the UN. Rena plays the viola and is a member of Bowdoin's orchestra and chamber ensembles, and she volunteers with the local high school. On top of all of this, she works several jobs during the school year. She recently received a grant to intern with the Environment Health Strategy Center, where she is working on environmental policy, and that's where she is today. AAFSW College Merit Scholarship winner also is Naima Hopkins Katoba. She is a rising sophomore at Duke University and plans to major in biology and global health with a minor in chemistry. She intends to pursue a career in medicine. She grew up in Turkey, Egypt, Morocco, Ghana, and Malaysia, and of course here in the United States. She graduated salutatorian from the International School of Kuala Lumpur, and that was in 2017. She enjoys writing poetry, playing volleyball and basketball, traveling, and working on scientific research. Naima is a 2018 scholar for the Summer Scholars Program in Genome Science and Medicine and is currently working on molecular genetics research as part of the Sullivan Lab at Duke University. At this moment, I'd like to invite Peter Banks to the stage. Peter is one of our 2 inaugural, would you like to stand by the flags? There we go. Peter is one of our 2 inaugural recipients of the AAFSW Twice Exceptional Scholarship. With his family, he has lived in Mozambique, Brasilia, Warsaw, and Geneva, as well as in the United States. He has struggled with reading and writing because of dyslexia, but with his IEP and his very strong support from his loving family, he has excelled in school. He's an avid reader, has strong writing skills, and following his high school graduation, Peter took a gap year. He volunteered with the American Conservation Experience through AmeriCorps, where he worked on projects across Arizona, Idaho, Nevada, and Utah. He's currently studying economics and math at George Mason University, where he is enrolled in the Honors College. And this summer, he's working on experimental economic research at the Interdisciplinary Center for Economic Research. Our second AAFSW Twice Exceptional Scholarship is awarded to Celia Martini. Celia graduated with the full IB diploma from the American School of Vienna in June, where she played varsity basketball and softball. This fall, she will enter Emerson College in Boston to study film. Her foreign service life has taken her to 4 countries on 4 continents: India, Ecuador, Cameroon, and Austria. As such, she was exposed to several languages. In fact, she says in her application to us that she switched languages so much that she never had the chance to learn any of them well. Coupled with her dyslexia, the languages constantly made her head swim. But despite this, she has gained a certain respect for English, which she now uses to her advantage in her writing. Okay. At this time, I'd like to invite AFSA Nugent to the stage. The Judy Felt Memorial Volunteerism Scholarship was established in honor of volunteer extraordinaire and past AAFSW President Judy Felt. This year's winner is Asa Nugent. He is a recent graduate of the Parkmont School in Washington, D.C. His extensive volunteer service includes being a member of Camp Fire since the age of 6, where he has been a participant, a volunteer, and volunteered with Camp Fire and at other organizations. In September, Asa will receive the highest youth award available from Camp Fire, the Wohelo. He has completed 310 hours of community service in 4 years, including 180 hours supporting public education programs at the U.S. Botanical Gardens, where you can often find him with the discovery cart under the cacao tree. His other volunteer work includes So Others Might Eat, Food and Friends, and a small church-based men's shelter. In addition to all of this volunteer work, he listens to audiobooks, has played soccer for the past 12 years, and enjoys outdoor activities. He plans to study engineering at Northern Virginia Community College. The AAFSW Best Essay Award is for an exceptional essay submitted to an applicant for the Merit Scholarship. Our winner this year is Alex Torilla. So guess who I'm going to call to the stage? Benjamin, would you please come and accept on behalf of your brother? Alex is currently still living in Addis Ababa. He's also lived with his family in Vientiane, Chengdu, Cape Town, and Sao Paulo. He's loved his life as a third culture kid because it's given him an appreciation for the beauty of the world and its people. It is his hope to share his experiences and considerable knowledge with others, much what you were saying earlier today, Mrs. Pompeo. He is a recent graduate of the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program at the International Community School of Addis Ababa. This fall, Alex will attend the College of William and Mary, where he plans to explore physics and engineering. He obviously has an interest in science and mathematics. We're all very proud of our recipients this year, and we congratulate all of our award winners as well as every other award winner here today. Thank you.
Now we are joined by our sister organization, the American Foreign Service Association, which will present its Academic, Art, and Community Service Awards. I invite to come up to the stage AFSA President Ambassador Barbara Stevenson and AFSA Scholarship Chair Coordinator Theo Horn. So please come on up and I'll.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Theo Horn. I'm the Scholarship Coordinator at AFSA. It's my distinct pleasure to be here today to honor these exemplary young people. We are proud to partner with FSYF, AAFSW, and FLOW in identifying and rewarding excellence among Foreign Service youths. This year, we received a record 141 applications across the categories of academic achievement, art merit, and community service. These applications were evaluated by 29 volunteer judges, in addition to members of the AFSA Scholarship Committee. Their generosity and dedication to the scholarship program cannot be understated, and we thank them. We selected 36 Merit Award winners this year. Of those, 10 were able to join us here today. In addition to honoring those who could attend today, we are recording the ceremony so we may pass on our congratulations to those who could not make it. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to invite AFSA President Barbara Stevenson to the stage to give her remarks. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Theo, for that lovely introduction. I always look forward to this event and to recognizing the achievements of outstanding Foreign Service children. This is one of the highlights of my role as AFSA President. I'm so impressed each year when I see the list of students and the amazing things that they've done and seen, studied, experienced, and changed for the better. This year, our students are doing fantastic and diverse things, from illustration to mechanical engineering to biology, at wonderful schools in America, but across the globe also. It's an inspirational list of kids each year, so let me start by congratulating our winners. You're deserving of being recognized for your work, and I have no doubt you'll go on to continue to do great things in colleges and universities in your careers. You have so much to give to your communities. Now a word to those parents. Well done, you. You brought these kids up under circumstances that just about anybody would find really challenging. Sometimes that includes unaccompanied posts where you have to go away from those kids and hope for the best when you get home. You're always at risk for disruption, and it is part of our life that we move every 2 or 3 years. It can be a tricky balancing act. My husband and I raised 2 Foreign Service kids ourselves, so I'm familiar with the challenges. I shared last year during my remarks my surprise and actual kind of verklempt moment when I was reading one of my daughter's essays for her college applications. And she didn't surprise me when I read the part about, having been on her 6th school on her 4th continent by the time she was in the 9th grade. I knew all of this. But what surprised me was what followed. It was that she firmly believed that this had made her stronger and more resilient, that it had given her a global perspective that she cherished, but maybe not quite so much as she cherished the examples of patriotism and service to her country that she had witnessed and indeed lived firsthand. I just suddenly felt like a much better mom than I'd felt for 15 years. So I think this anecdote is important because I know how often we Foreign Service parents are just deeply distressed by the reports that our kids are sitting alone at recess in a corner of the library with their backs turned to everybody else because they're having a hard time getting used to their 4th school on their 6th continent in so many years. So it helps us remember that for all the toughness that comes with all that moving, all the challenges that we go through, that we give those kids leave with a worldview and an ability to deal with adversity and hard knocks that can really situate them well for growing up as fully formed, globally engaged adults who can make our world better. So parents, well done, all of you. You've obviously succeeded. Your kids are here getting these awards, so take a big sigh of relief, pat yourself on the back. Your service has not wrecked your children, which is a question I think we ask ourselves over and over again. Let me just do a word about the scholarship program, if I might. This year, AFSA is very pleased to be able to give $129,000 worth of merit awards. That's the most ever and an increase from $45,500 last year. Thank you for the raised eyebrows. Yes. Thanks, folks. Yes, we were able to nearly triple the amount of merit awards that we gave this year, and I'm really proud of it. It's part of a multi-year effort to re-examine our scholarship program, to reduce our overhead costs, and to increase the amount that was actually going to students. So we have made great strides in this, and we are giving out more merit award scholarships and in higher amounts. So it's this year, as Theo mentioned, 36 students, 41 awards, and that's up from 24 awards last year. And each of the winners will get an award ranging from $1,000 to $3,500, which is an increase from $500 to $2,500 last year. So it really is a big increase. It's been a lot of work on behalf of the AFSA board, and I thank you all for recognizing it. An important member benefit, and it's been significantly increased. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our generous sponsors and donors, two of whom we have with us today, whose steadfast support has pushed our scholarship fund to, are you ready? Almost $11 million. Thank you. With careful stewardship, which we have looked at carefully, looking at our 3-year rolling average and our draw and all that stuff that you have to do, AFSA is now confident that we will be able to sustain our scholarship program, which is in its 90th year, for the foreseeable future, and to be able to give out scholarships in this amount. So we're very pleased with this. Let me particularly take this opportunity to thank 3 of our donors, John and Priscilla Becker, and also Gail Nelson of Blue Cross Blue Shield, who are with us today. Now, thanks. Now I would like to ask AFSA Scholarship Coordinator, Theo Horn, to join me on stage to read the names of the honorees while I have the pleasure of congratulating them in person. So come on up, Theo. I'm going to leave this here. And all of you AFSA winners.
When your name is called, please come to the stage to receive your award and to take a quick picture. First up, we have Christian Beckmeyer. He is the son of Charles and Angela Beckmeyer. He graduated from South Lakes High School in Reston, Virginia, and plans to attend Christopher Newport University to study business. He is the recipient of an AFSA Community Service Scholarship. Svenja Brach is the daughter of Kirinder and Andrea Brach. She graduated from the American School of Paris in St. Cloud, France. She plans to attend Stanford University to study chemistry. She is the recipient of a Joanna and Robert Martin Academic Merit Award. Hannah Feakin is the daughter of Scott and Jennifer Feakin. Hannah graduated from Colonial Forge High School in Stafford, Virginia. She plans to attend Christopher Newport University to study English and drama education. She is the recipient of an AFSA Art Merit Scholarship. Clara Matten is the daughter of Richard Matten and Nancy Fisher. She graduated from George Mason High School in Falls Church, Virginia. She plans to attend Cornell University to study computer science. She is the recipient of a Turner C. Cameron Jr. Memorial Academic Merit Award. Sophie Nichols is the daughter of Brian Nichols and Geraldine Cam. She graduated from Colegio Franklin Delano Roosevelt in Lima, Peru. She plans to attend the University of Pennsylvania to study philosophy, politics, and economics. She is a recipient of a Joanna and Robert Martin Academic Merit Award. Alexander Terola is the son of Kendra and Michael Terola. He graduated from the International Community School in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He plans to attend the College of William and Mary to study physics. He is a recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship. As you know, his brother Benjamin is here to accept the award on his behalf. Will Miss Gail Nelson of Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield please join us on stage for the next 2 presentations? Leah Macht Kleinberg is the daughter of Scott Kleinberg and Alyssa Macht. She graduated from George Mason High School in Falls Church, Virginia. She plans to attend the University of Virginia to study biology. She is the recipient of a Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield Academic Merit Award. Liam Webster is the son of Jonathan and Patricia Webster. He graduated from Washington Lee High School in Arlington, Virginia. He plans to attend Cornell University to study mechanical engineering. He is the recipient of a Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield Academic Merit Award. Thank you, Ms. Nelson. Will John and Priscilla Becker please join us on stage for the final presentation? Emmeline Calhoun is the daughter of Robert and Alice Calhoun. She graduated from Seoul Foreign School in Seoul, South Korea. She plans to attend the University of Virginia to study biology. She is the recipient of the John and Priscilla Becker Family Academic Achievement Award. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Becker. Will Yasmin Ranz-Linz please, she's the daughter of David Ranz and Tally Lind. She graduated from Bethesda Chevy Chase High School in Bethesda, Maryland. She plans to attend Syracuse University to study acting. She is the recipient of an AFSA Academic Merit Scholarship.
So thank you, Theo, for reading off the names, and congratulations again to all of our winners for your wonderful achievements. Congratulations to the parents for getting to this great moment, and thank you all.
So our final award today, we've reached the final award, is a presentation of the Foreign Service Youth Advocacy Award. FSYF created this award 3 years ago to honor volunteers who, over a period of years, significantly advanced FSYF's mission of supporting our Foreign Service youth. This year's award goes to Dale Dean. An FSYF member since its founding nearly 30 years ago, he has been a member of the Board of Directors since 2008, and he has chaired our scholarship committee since 2011. He also plays a key role in FSYF fundraising efforts. His dedicated volunteer service has advanced the interests of Foreign Service youth. I am honored to invite Dale to come to the stage to receive his award and then to make remarks.
Thank you very much, John. Mrs. Pompeo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to receive the Youth Advocacy Award, and I'm very grateful to the Foreign Service Youth Foundation for the honor. It has been a privilege to work on organizing the Academic Merit Award competition each year since the fall of 2011. We created the award to recognize and assist with cash prizes the college-bound sons and daughters of Foreign Service parents. And despite the term academic, in selecting awardees, we look not only at grades and SAT scores, we also evaluate participation in extracurriculars, community service, and students' reflections in an essay on how their Foreign Service experience has shaped their choices and interests as they enter college. The Academic Merit Award is of a piece with other Foreign Service youth contests for art, community service, and essay writing. It is meant to encourage Foreign Service youths to celebrate their accomplishments and embrace the adventure of Foreign Service life. And as many in this room know, that adventure can be satisfying, but it can also be extremely difficult as kids adjust to frequent moves and family separations. As my own children, when I was in the Foreign Service, illustrated, it was always a challenge to leave a set of friends, a school, and familiar routines, and go to a new country. And sometimes, in some cases, the new country is this one, where one has to recreate again the friends, the routines, and a life. And as we review applications for the award each year, it is truly impressive to see the high intelligence, accomplishments, and resilience of our applicants. The efforts of many volunteers enabled us over the years to offer the Academic Merit Award. Thanks are due to our current sponsor, SOS International, and in our earlier years, Geico was a sponsor. From the Foreign Service Youth Foundation itself, Kristen Grasso, Pete Wood, and Eric Sundquist were all involved in starting the Academic Merit Award and have served multiple years on the committee which organizes the competition each year. Chris Grasso especially has done invaluable work in organizing the application for judges. Many others over the years, both on the committee and outside volunteers, have served as judges for our competition. And without their assistance, the competition simply could not be run. We're very grateful to them. We've had strong support from John Nayland as our current president, and also from past presidents, including Linda Garvelink, and from all of the executive directors since 2011 up to and including Jennifer Jafari. So in closing, let me again thank FSYF for this honor. The Academic Merit Award is just one of the ways FSYF is trying to support and encourage the young people of the Foreign Service to embrace the highs and lows of Foreign Service life and use these experiences to grow personally. I hope that FSYF will be able to continue its mission for years to come. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dale.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you very much. Finally, to present today's keynote address, we're delighted to have Acting Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Human Resources, Jean Giuliao. Ms. Giuliao joined the State Department in 2002 and has held positions in both the civil and the Foreign Service, with tours in Venezuela, Colombia, Milan, and New York. Immediately prior to becoming acting DAS, she was director of the grievance staff. Her previous assignments including serving as community liaison officer in Milano. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium.
Oh, Milan, my hardship tour. First, I want to thank our host, and an honored and special guest, Mrs. Pompeo, for joining us today. She speaks on behalf of the Secretary, who we know, because he said it before, he wants our families to know he loves us, he's there for us, he supports us. And her presence here is a perfect example of that. So thank you very much for being here. And to our generous donors and sponsors who have made these awards possible, I second the appreciation expressed by Ambassador Stevenson and others. And to our distinguished guests and all of those who have worked so hard to put this event together, thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. I'd also like to recognize the large circle of family and friends here with us today and all over the world who help and support our employees and their families while they serve our nation overseas. We do appreciate everything you do. It is an honor to be here today to recognize who are really the honorees of the day. Those are our youngest members of the Foreign Service family. Your accomplishments are an inspiration to us all. At least that's what I wrote in my remarks. That's wrong. I am not inspired. I am blown away. I am in awe. I am humbled. I realize I am a slacker in my own life. Looking at the things that you have all accomplished in your youth, I now know I have a whole lot more work to do in my life to try and keep pace. So your accomplishments have moved me. I have moved my kids country to country through separated tours, and I know firsthand that I couldn't do my job here at the State Department, nor could the department accomplish its mission without your flexibility, endurance, and often patience with us adults. We have just heard about these amazing achievements in community service and scholarship, essay writing, art design, and video production. All of you being honored here today are growing up with remarkable experiences and perspectives and challenges that will shape the adults that you will become. You've attended schools in multiple countries, made friends in different nationalities, and had to learn several languages, some of you, something I was never really good at. From Instagram to Snapchat, your media footprint is a digital diary of your experiences and a reflection of our globalized, hyper-connected world. While diplomatic life may seem generous in the movies, hey, who wouldn't want to be James Bond? You know that it can present significant challenges, that frequently you've had to say goodbye to your friends, your schools, your homes, your family here that you've left behind when you've gone on your adventures. Some of you have left places suddenly, under conditions of danger and uncertainty. Some of you have been left behind by those who've had to go serve at unaccompanied posts. Never an easy situation. But you have made the best of it. You've been the new kid on the block, the new kid who may not know the local language, who has to enter a community, build friendships in new cities, new schools, and new communities. And when you return to the US, sometimes it takes a while for it to actually feel like home. My children thought they were from Colombia because that was their first post where they remembered. My husband is actually born in Colombia, so we got there. I had to teach them the American anthem. They could sing the Colombian one, but we had to get that one under their belts before they came home. Your new classmates might not always relate to the stories of your overseas living. So there was a lion outside your tent on safari. Not a big deal. Dad handled it, mom handled it, life was good. They look at you like you're crazy. As we can see in the Secretary's letter that's in your program, he recognizes too the challenges that you have faced with your frequent moves, your changing cultures, your multiple transitions. Even though it can be hard sometimes to have internationally mobile childhoods, young Americans who, like you, have such early international immersion gain unique perspectives and become especially empathetic, insightful, resourceful, and resilient adults. The works that you are being recognized for today already show your depth and perspective. Paintings on display in the lobby, for example, portray the ways in which your experiences living overseas have shaped you and your view. Similarly, the winning essays showcase the profound wisdom, sense of self, and of others that this life has afforded you. As one of the winning essayists notes, life, and foreign service life in particular, is in many ways like a current, never the same, never consistent, always in flux. And yet, with that very fluid world, you've found constants, whether it's a go bag, a camera, a journal, a drawing kit, a photo album, and developing hobbies and passions that not only anchor you, but they also allow you to express yourself fully. As all of those who have walked through the exhibit hall, both in the Democracy Center and here today, can attest, we are in awe of who you are and can't wait to see who you become. Your roots do indeed span the world, and your life experiences will give you a much deeper appreciation of what it means to live in a free, democratic society. And it will give you the tools to help you make that society even stronger. You are already among our finest citizen diplomats and treasured members of our Foreign Service family. And while you have learned much in your experiences, we have learned much from you. And I want to share a story. My son was 4, and we were in Milan, again, that really difficult place to be. And it was a picnic, and it was for the whole embassy community. And he ran off, and he was playing, and he came back, he was thirsty and sweaty, and he says, "Mom, my new friends we're going to go adventuring." I said, "Oh, who are your new friends?" And he points to this group of kids, there was maybe half a dozen kids, and some were Italian kids, and some were American kids, and some were third country kids. And he says, "Yeah, I have a new best friend." I said, "You do?" I said, "Which one's your new best friend?" And he said, "The boy in the red shirt." Now, he did not identify those kids by their nationality, their religion, the color of their skin, who their parents were, what they did for a living. He identified them as friends. And the lesson that I continue to remind myself of is we should see each other as friend first. All those other things might help us become who we are as human beings, but when we look at the world around us, we should embrace each other as friend first. And that is a lesson I learned from my kid being overseas and the things that he taught me. So, I applaud your achievements. I note the obstacles that you have overcome, and I thank you for your perseverance and for your sacrifices. This is your day. I encourage you to use this experience today, this recognition of what you've done, as a motivation to continue to do great and amazing things and to build our better world. Congratulations. Thank you very much for what you have taught me and what you bring to all of us.
Thank you, Des Giuliao. So that concludes our ceremony, so please join me in one more round of applause for all our amazing recipients.